Now, I've had my MT09 over 5 years, 22,000 miles, and I just keep enjoying it more and more with every ride. And it doesn't matter where I ride, when I ride, or who I ride with. This bike is just a lot of fun to ride. And that's the little niche in my life that it fills. When I go out on a bike, I want to be comfortable. I want to have fun. I want to be safe. This bike has all the safety features you could ever want. And it's got a quick shifter, which this bike converted me over to being a quick shifter guy. Yeah, I never had one before I had this bike. I retrofitted it. Actually, there's a video out there for anybody that's interested in retrofitting an MT09. Some of them did not come. The less expensive models, I don't think, came with a quick shifter. This one did not. But anyway, well worth the money, the effort, the time. About $100 retrofit. And it's time to get out on the open road. You can see what a beautiful day it is. So over 5 years ago, when I ultimately wound up getting this bike, and that's a long story, we won't repeat that, but my good friend Les McDonald had one of the earlier versions, the FZ version. He fell in love with it. He was sending me pictures of the updates he did and modifications, and just endless. And so I really thought when it came time to buy my one bike every 10 years and add to my collection, I thought that might be a good choice. Luciano helped me out with some advice, and we went down into Motorcycle Mall. I sat on the Kawasaki Retro, the MT09, and I finally decided it was going to be the MT09. Now, basically because of the ergonomics, and of course because I'm 80 years old now, and I got this for my 75th birthday, ergonomics was a big thing. But what really surprised me, and it was a total shock, was how light feeling this bike is, how nimble it is, how easy it is on tires relative to the big sport bikes in my collection. It's the best of all worlds. Then, of course, and I mentioned it before, adding the quick shifter changed my whole outlook on life. I enjoyed it so much. Now, several of my friends do have MT09 variants, and one thing everybody agrees on, they love that triple motor. Yeah, I think Yamaha hit a grand slam home run when they designed that motor, and I don't know what there is about it. It's an uneven firing triple, basically a cross plane, and it has charm about it. It has low end torque. It's got great power delivery. It'll scare the bejesus out of you. Turn the traction control off, and all it does is wheelie. And it's just got the best of all feelings when you're riding a bike. You never feel like you're in the wrong gear. It's got the power spread over a wide band. And of course, my biggest thing when I got the bike, I wanted to make it my own. I wanted to add a lot of custom features. And over those years I've owned it, I did. And because I fell in love with the bike right in the beginning, and I mean right in the beginning, and it didn't take much to get me excited about doing some custom touches on it. I spent a lot of time right in the beginning polishing the exhaust, made a video on how to do that, how I did it anyway. And every one of the flat black parts on this bike that I painted blue, I liked better. But riding it in all seasons, riding it in the cold, in the summer when it was brutally hot, it's just such a nice bike overall in every way. And every time, again, I made a custom touch. I had to make a special Valentine radar detector mount, and boy, has that thing saved my bacon over the years. In fact, on this day, it probably saved it more than once. The seat, I made that custom piece in the back, and I have that all on video on a series of videos. The chain, Vlad got me when the chain needed replacement, he got me a brand new gold chain, and just every little step on it, the graphics that John Pathia helped me with, the tail tidy from Graves, we have a video out on the channel about doing that. But every part of it combined just made for a great adventure. Now, I've had several sets of tires on a bike in 22,000 miles, and I was not real crazy about the tires that came with the bike. They wore the edges out really, really quickly and had meat in the middle. Then I got a flat, so it was an easy decision to replace the rear after 3,500 miles. And I've had Michelin 5s on, and more than one set, in fact. And when I put the Michelin 6s on, it's got Michelin 6s front and back now. That was the final cherry on the sundae. And that tail, I call it a tail cowl, but I just think that adds a very, very special little touch. Now, one of the things I found very handy on this bike, the rear foot pegs, the one on the brake side, if you remove the foot peg, just the peg part, not the mount, it's a perfect spot to mount a GoPro with a standard mount. You don't even need to make a separate mount. It fits right there. And for people that want to shoot footage like this, I had a lot of people comment that they enjoy the rear footage more than the facing forward, but of course, I try whenever I can to shoot both ways. That's just one good tip if you do have an MT09. Now, the styling cues that I put together on this, the carbon fiber parts from Vlad, all of the little details, the custom windshield, one of a kind, all of that stuff is on the channel. And a lot of people ask me, how do you use playlists? Well, everything is sorted out by playlists on the channel. So if you go into the channel and you're watching it right now, you need to go to my channel, Wendy Ertnowski, and click on that channel. Once you're in that channel, you'll see things are segregated out into painting and doing wheels and polishing and videotaping and model railroading, model aviation. It just goes on and on. There's as many as I could put out there to segregate it out, and world travel. But anyway, this was a wonderful day, and I can never say enough about the MT09. Now, I just thought before I end the video, I'd pass on some information. We recently put a gazebo in our backyard. We used to have a fish pond. The fish passed away, and we couldn't decide. It took about a month to decide what we wanted to do. We finally came up with this plan. Karen did the decorating, the planting, and whatever, even more. But what has transpired is, and I didn't know this, a lot of times when I'd get back from a ride, and on a cold day, of course, I'd want a cup of hot coffee. In the summer, I'd want iced tea. But I'd get back from a ride, and I just put the bike in the garage and run into the house and that. Now that I have the gazebo, what I do is I sit out in the backyard and oogle a bike. Now, I often wonder how many other people do that. Maybe I'm the only one, I don't know. But I do like looking at the bike from every angle, because I'm always thinking of what's the next thing I might want to do, what's the next thing I might want to paint, what modification might I want to make. And hey, that rear camera mount worked out so well. And the other things like the painting the wheels silver, again, all of them are on the channel. They're segregated by the playlist. Get to use that feature. Now, it was 5 years ago, a little over 5 years ago, for my 75th birthday, I got this bike. And again, thank you, Karen. And every time I ride it, I think of what a wonderful life we have had together, married 34 years. And I'm looking forward to getting my next bike already. Karen, just want to give Karen a little hint here. Just dropping a hint. Now, if you're new to our channel, we have a very, very eclectic channel. One of the new features we have now is some of the videos are grouped into groups that you can access all the videos for one category in one mouse click. And it should be very convenient and very handy. Just check out the feature on the main screen playlist. And thanks to everybody for supporting the channel. We appreciate your support, and it makes this channel possible with all the things we do, the painting, the wheels, the polishing. And please take a second or two and hit the like button. And thanks everyone for watching.